Welcome to CIT 180 Web Development. I am your instructor, Lisa Ballback, and I'm going to briefly give you an overview of the course and talk about orientation activities that you need to complete the first week. So as you scroll down, you'll notice we have a lovely course banner that I actually created in Photoshop. And below that, there are some buttons that take you to useful sites that we'll be referring to throughout the semester. Below that, you will see a link to the live stream class and office hours for CIT 180. I have probably the majority of the students are doing this as an online class, but I also have a class on Monday, Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. And all 180 students are welcome to attend that class. So if you're working through the course and there's a section that you think may be a little confusing and you're not in the live stream class, you certainly can attend and hear, the in-person discussion. The Monday night session is typically when I would cover new material. And the Wednesday night session is usually computer lab for students to work on assignments. And so obviously students that are in the live stream class will be there, but online students are welcome to attend too. I have office hours on Monday evening, 7:30 to 9:30, and also Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 6. This link takes you to all of them. Now, the only time I am in my private Zoom room is during these times. So I'm there during class, I'm there during office hours, but outside of that, I am not in Zoom. So if these times do not work for you, if you email me, we can try to figure out another time to meet so I can help you. Below the Zoom link are 3 different links to social media. And how we use social media in our department is we post events to social media. Frequently, we have events with employers. We also have social events. Those get posted to social media. We also post job opportunities and internship opportunities. So it is a good idea to follow one of them so you don't miss out on anything. Below that are news and announcements for me. That is a forum that I go into, and I will post an announcement once I finish correcting work for the week. So that's kind of your clue to go into the course dashboard, hit grades, and then you can see whether you got all the points or not. If you missed points, then you'll see the reason why, how many points were subtracted, and you will be allowed to correct the mistake and resubmit. In my classes, I look at mistakes as opportunities to learn. And as a developer, we're all going to make mistakes. I mean, that's just part of being in this field. And you can learn a ton from your mistakes. So I want you to correct your mistakes and resubmit. Okay. And you're allowed to do that once for each assignment. Okay. And so once you see the announcement that I've corrected, because that announcement will come through your NMC email. Once you see that, then you can come out here and see if you got all the points or not. I will also post announcements when I open up new lesson blocks. So I usually start this semester like this with not a lot open because I don't like people to feel overwhelmed. I kind of like you to get used to the course, get used to me, and gradually I will open up more lesson blocks. As people complete the first lesson, I typically will open up the second one because some people like to work ahead. Okay, do you have to work ahead? Absolutely not. You'll notice at the top of the lesson block, it tells you when things are due. So, you want to make sure you get things done by the due date. But quite often, I have students that want to work ahead. They're trying to manage their time, and I don't like to hold them up. So if I open up additional blocks, I will let you know. And the most current assignment is always at the top. So it is kind of important that you look at the dates, because once I open up lesson 2, that will be above lesson 1. Okay, and it'll have different dates. It'll be like 9/6 through 9/13. Okay, so always kind of look at the dates so you make sure you're working on the right lesson. Below that are the student questions and answers, and this is for you guys to share information with each other. I don't normally go into that forum. So if you have questions about an assignment or questions about the class, it is better if you ask me directly. So you can come into my live stream office hours, or you can just throw me an email. Those are both really good ways of contacting me and asking questions. Then for our first week, you will notice that we basically have 2 different sections of activities. We have general course information and orientation activities, and then we also have web development activities. So for the course information and orientation, I'm going to talk about that in this video. And then you'll notice that there is a completely separate video for lesson 1. Both sets of activities are due by Monday, September 6th. So for the course information and orientation, it is a good idea to read through the welcome message because it talks about layout of the class, what my expectations are, all of that type of stuff, and it's short. Then you're going to want to definitely display and maybe even print out the syllabus. It has my office hours in there, it has my email, a description of our course, goes through the materials that you need for class, and there is just one book. It is a resource book, a reference book. It covers all of the material that we're covering in this class, but not in great detail. So you will notice that there is a lecture demo each week that does have a lot of detail. So I supplement what is in the book with quite a bit more detail and interactive exercises. Then there is some software that you need for the class. The good news is it is all free. And so there are links to download this software that I will show you in a few minutes. And finally, as far as a web host goes, we are going to be creating web pages. You are going to be transferring those pages to the internet and viewing them live. And I will be creating accounts for you under my personal domain. That way I can help you, and I can basically control how you guys are transferring things up there. When you're first learning, that is basically the best way to do it. So you don't have to worry about obtaining a host because I'm providing that for you. Let's see, the college syllabus. Oops, let me see. There's another thing I wanted to quick point out here. We are learning outcomes in this class. I have listed so you guys can kind of read through those. It kind of generically explains what we're going to be learning. And more importantly, I have the grading scale here. So the class has 1,000 points and grades are based on a percentage. So a 95 to 100% is a 4.0, 90 to 94% is a 3.5. Okay, so that you're going to want to pay attention to. And how you get points in here is you have to complete assignments. This is pretty much a hands-on class. So we learn things and then we do them. And you'll have textbook assignments, which are very directive. There's videos that go with every single task that shows you and tells you how to do everything. And then we have lab assignments. And the lab assignments tend to be more open format. There's requirements listed. And then you guys take what you have learned and you complete the assignment. So you're applying what you have learned. Okay, we do have a final project and a showcase where you kind of share that project with each other. We do that through a discussion forum. And then we have a quiz the first week and then a couple of exams. And we do have a certification exam in this class. And I have gone through and revised all of our exams so that the questions are very similar to what you will see on your certification exam. So people do find the two exams to be kind of difficult, but there is a reason for that. They are preparing you for that certification exam. And I do let you take each of those exams 3 times. So you can retake it up to 3 times and your highest score is going to be recorded. Okay, and because I look at those as a learning tool as well. Let's see. I think you guys can pretty much read through the rest of this. And that gets me to the college syllabus, which is the same for every single course. So if you've never looked at it, these are college policies. So make sure that you take a look at the college policies, and then you're going to get to the assignment schedule. The assignment schedule is basically what you're going to be working on each week. And so what you're going to want to do is print this out, and then you can kind of use it as a reference. And as you complete things, you're going to cross them off. Okay, and so for our first week, you'll notice that everything that's in here is also in this schedule. Okay, so they kind of mimic each other. And then as we kind of go through here, as far as our orientation activities go, we've got 2 exercises that are graded. So you definitely are going to want to complete those. We have the student profile glossary and the discussion exercise. Now for the student profile glossary, you're going to come in here and you're going to do add entry. And then you're going to enter your first and last name as a concept. And you're going to have to upload a picture. Now, when you upload a picture, you'll end up going to upload a file, choose file. It's going to end up being too big. So you can see this is like way too big. So what you're going to need to do is make it more of a thumbnail size. So if you do like 150 and press tab, it will resize it so that it is the appropriate size. And I have already completed this. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now you'll notice there is a YouTube video that I created, so it'll walk you through doing this. But this is what an entry looks like. And you can see I put a little quote that I like, and I did some hashtags. And so basically you will put in your name, put in a picture, share some information about yourself, like a 1-sentence statement, or you can do a quote like I did, or hashtags. And where this is going to show up in the course is over in a spotlight. So it's going to be in the sidebar and it'll show up here. And the neat thing about this is that every time you come in here, you're going to see a different student. And if you reload your page, you'll see a different student. Okay, so it's just kind of a nice way for you to get a feel for who's in the class. And then the other activity that we're going to do for you guys to get to know each other is this discussion exercise. And both of these are worth points, so you want to make sure you do both. And you can see that I did an example here. But what I like for you to share is, your name or a nickname, what your interests and hobbies are, and what your major program of study is. And if there's any other additional information that you want to share, that would be awesome. It's always good for me to know what your background is with computers and development, but only share that if you're comfortable. And you can see that I tend to overshare. You guys do not need to do such a long entry, but I kind of use this as an opportunity to tell you what my background is and how I got into teaching, different areas that I have taught. I also included my hobbies. So like I said, I overshare. You guys do not need to share that much unless you want to. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing for our orientation activities. Okay, and those need to be completed by Monday, September 6th. You will also need to complete lesson 1 by Monday, September 6th. Okay, and there is a separate video that goes over lesson 1. If you have any questions about the orientation or about the course, please ask. And I hope you guys have an awesome week. And I am looking forward to working with all of you.